Hi, my name is Wes. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Martin.
And our book is Rules. And so we have a text-to-text connection
And our text
to the book A Dog's Life. And so the text-to-text connection was when, like, for example, like, Catherine says, like, she doesn't belong in the world of David and the real world. Like, she doesn't belong. She's not even in between. She just, like, doesn't belong. And so in our book, in our old book, A Dog's Life, I think it was because I don't remember. It's been a long time. We're on day 9 of Lit Circles, the second one. And so So Squirrel was the main character, and when Squirrel lived in the shack that they lived in, Squirrel was like she was like a runt or a mutt, was it? And she like didn't belong in the shack with like everyone, with all the other animals and everything, and all the animals that lived in there.
Yeah.
And she didn't belong, and it was like she just didn't know what to do.
Like, for example, Catherine, she just doesn't really feel like she belongs with David.
With David or the real world.
And also, one more tiny connection is that Catherine is the main character, and
no, David. I thought. Well, yeah, Catherine's the main character,
and then Squirrel was the main character in the last book. So they both had brothers, and I guess
both girls.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see what will happen at the end of the story, and like, if something happens to David at the end of the story or close to it, that'd be very interesting. So,
because if something happens to David, then this is real. It would be like the same exact book, because in A Dog's Life, Squirrel's brother Bone went missing. I think it was.
yeah, like
No, she got stolen.
Oh yeah,
Bone was stolen, but that's kind of the same as gone missing, I guess.
Yeah.
And so it ended up Squirrel on her own. And if it turns out that something happens to David, and David like goes away, then there would be like the same book.
I don't think that's gonna happen, honestly. Probably not.
I mean, we're making predictions here, which we shouldn't be.
That's kind of abstract. Unless we have enough.
I don't know if that word means, but I mean, weird. It would be really weird because it's by two different authors.
Yeah.
And also, I think they're both like first-person narratives, so it's told from the main character.
Yeah.
It's not like it's told from like a narrator who's not actually there. That's third person. And I don't think it's second person, which means that the main character is like a different person, but it's being told from like their brothers.
It's not like, oh, so Squirrel lost Thorn, or it's not like, oh my gosh, Catherine started hating David once more. Like, it's not like that.
It's not like it's the text. Well, the text was because like Squirrel traveled everywhere, didn't belong in the world because she was a mutt. She wasn't supposed to be there, and Catherine, she thinks she doesn't belong. Like when she gets home, like every day when she gets home, she doesn't belong in that world of David, and everything revolves around David. She thinks she doesn't belong because she always has to take care of David every day. And so when she's out with when she's with her friends, she feels like herself. She knows that she thinks she doesn't belong because every time one of her friends, every time she has a new friend, that friend like does something else that once she gets a friend, so it turns out like that person knows someone that like what's something mean to David or something.
Yeah.
And like Squirrel since Squirrel was a dog, she didn't talk, but was always like on the move and everything. And also, so Catherine was a main character, and Christy is now a main character. And in the other book, it was Squirrel and Moon, and they were traveling everywhere. And Christy and Catherine are like best friends now.
Yeah.
Alright, do you guys have anything else?
Nope.
Sure?
Yep. Yeah. Bye.